Well, back to some local news now. It's a complaint we've heard around here for years. Why can't Nevada have the lottery too?
Man.
Instead, everybody goes to Prim or Arizona, and then those states get our money. Well, there's a push to change that. Assemblyman C.H. Miller is proposing an amendment to repeal the part of our state constitution that prohibits a lottery.
Miller says he would like to see the millions of dollars that folks spend in California or Arizona be put back into Nevada and have that money go towards programs that benefit the mental health of our youth in the Silver State. So we'll keep an eye on how this goes. Davey, would this make you like the lotto a little more if we actually had it here in Nevada?
I still wouldn't play it, but yeah, at least that money would be staying here versus, building schools and roads in California.
Yep.
So.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
But they're going to run into some very rich lobbyists up in Carson City. We know.